Okay. My whole deck just felt warm in my hands for a second there. That's never happened to me before. Not like that. I'm Emma, and I think that's your sign that this one's going to be different. This is an AKASHIC Records reading today, which means we're going into the book where everything that's ever happened and everything that's still meant to happen is already written. Your story is in there too. So take a breath with me, get comfortable, because this is a long, layered one, and I want to walk through every single piece of it with you carefully. Before we open the book, I want you to just notice how you feel right now, in this exact moment. Tired? Restless? Strangely calm all of a sudden? Whatever it is, don't judge it, just notice it, because I think your body already knows this reading is for you before your mind has caught up. Okay, let's open the records. Your story is written in the AKASHIC Records. There's a very old, very wise energy leading this reading. Something connected to Archangel Metatron, to the Keeper of Records, the one who holds the book where your whole story is written. Not just this lifetime, possibly past ones too. Black cats, angel number 111, orbs in photos. These may be signs you already recognize, or ones you'll start noticing right after this reading ends. There's also a full moon energy here, which tells me something from your subconscious is about to be gently triggered by what I'm going to share with you today. Something buried is about to surface, not painfully, but clearly. I want to slow down here for a second, because I think some of you watching have spent a long time feeling like your life just doesn't add up, like the hard parts don't have a reason, like you've been improvising through pain nobody warned you about. That's not what's actually happening. There's a structure underneath all of it, a page with your name already written on it, long before you got here. And I think that's exactly why this message found you today, of all days. Not last week, not next month, today. Because there's a part of your story that's about to turn a page, and your soul wanted you to know that before it happens, so that when it does, you'll recognize it instead of second-guessing it. This heartache is part of your destiny. I'm seeing real heartbreak energy here, a heart that's been torn, and for some of you, this may be grief, genuine loss of someone close. For others, it's a different kind of heartache entirely. Whatever it is for you specifically, I want you to hear this. It's part of your destiny, not because you deserved the pain, but because you are going to overcome it. There's support coming in alongside this, real angelic backing, the kind that helps you feel whole again after feeling broken. If this heartbreak has touched your living situation, your sense of home, your stability, that's not uncommon here either. Whatever's written in this chapter of your life, the difficult parts exist so something genuinely good can come out the other side of them. This applies whether the brokenness has been emotional, mental, or even physical. I want to add something here because I don't want this to sound like I'm dismissing how much this has actually hurt you. Destiny doesn't mean the pain wasn't real. It means the pain wasn't pointless. Those are two very different things, and I think a lot of you have quietly been waiting for permission to believe the second one instead of the first. There's also something coming through about timing here. This heartache, whatever shape it's taken, isn't meant to define the rest of your story. It's meant to be the hardest chapter, not the final one. And I think some of you are closer to the end of this particular chapter than you realize, closer than it feels on your hardest days. You are more protected than you realize. There's a real sense of protection here, a golden circle around you, like a spell cast specifically to keep you safe. Whatever's been making you feel threatened, whether it's an actual external situation or just a feeling of powerlessness in the face of fate, you are far more protected than it feels like right now. If you feel like you've hit rock bottom, I want you to really sit with this. Hitting rock bottom means you can't go any deeper. It means this particular cycle has already closed, even if you can't feel that yet. You are being raised out of it, not pushed further down. That's the truth written underneath the fear. I want to expand on this protection energy a bit more, because I think it's easy to hear "you're protected" and quietly think, well, it doesn't feel like it. Protection doesn't always look like nothing bad happening. Sometimes protection looks like something bad happening in the smallest, softest version possible, instead of the version it could have been. Sometimes it looks like you barely avoiding something you'll never even find out you avoided. So if you've made it through something recently, and you're still standing here, still watching this, still breathing, that's not luck, dear. That's the golden circle doing exactly what it was placed there to do. You were held through it, even in the moments you felt completely alone. You will be removed from what's hurting you. What's written for you is that you will be removed from whatever situation currently feels daunting, dire, like you're under attack, or completely brokenhearted. You'll know exactly what this refers to in your own life. And this removal may happen in a way that feels almost like magic, because right now it probably feels impossible to imagine how you'll actually get free of it. That's okay. You don't have to solve it yourself. Destiny is already sorting this out. It may mean leaving something behind, a home full of memories, a relationship you were deeply attached to, and yes, that comes with some nostalgia, some heaviness. But you are walking toward happiness on the other side of that goodbye, even if the goodbye itself is hard. I do want to sit with the word removed for a second longer, because I think it's an important one. Removed is different from you having to force your own way out. It implies something outside of your own willpower is going to intervene here. So if you've been exhausting yourself trying to fix, control, or force your way out of this situation, you're allowed to stop pushing so hard. The removal doesn't require your struggle. It just requires your willingness to let go when the moment actually arrives. The next full moon is significant for you. Whenever this message finds you, the next full moon carries real significance for you specifically. Something is going to be triggered around that time, gently, not harshly. There's a strong energy of celebration and support here too, the kind where you find people who've walked through something almost identical to what you're going through, and you end up genuinely supporting each other. If that hasn't happened yet, it's coming. And honestly, I keep sensing a kind of unexpected joy attached to this too. Maybe even something that feels like a small miracle arriving well before you'd expect it. If right now feels heavy, know that lightness is genuinely on its way. I want to give you something practical here too, because I think this card wants to be used, not just felt. Whenever the next full moon lands for you, take a few quiet minutes that night. Write down whatever's been sitting heaviest on your chest, and then, quite literally, let it go, however feels right to you. Burn it if it's safe to, tear it up, or just say it out loud to the moon itself. This isn't about superstition, dear. It's about giving your mind and body a clear, physical signal that you're releasing something, because sometimes we need the ritual before the feeling actually catches up. This devil cycle is already ending. I want to be honest with you here, because the cards are being very direct. There's real devil energy in this reading. Attachments, negative cycles, inner fears that have possibly been running the show for longer than you'd like to admit. When you're in that emotional state, you tend to attract more evidence that confirms the fear. That's just how it works. But here's the good news. This is ending. There's a glorious ending written into your AKASHIC records around this specific cycle, whatever shape it takes for you. A toxic relationship, dependency on something outside your control, coping mechanisms that were never actually healing you. It's over. You don't have to keep dealing with it, and you're allowed to let people go, even people you feel obligated to, even family. You don't owe anyone your continued suffering. I know that last part is a heavy one, so let me slow down there for a second. A lot of us were taught that loyalty means staying no matter what, that family means enduring things quietly. But loyalty to a cycle that's actively hurting you isn't loyalty. It's just familiarity dressed up as obligation. And I think part of what's ending here is not just the external situation, but the belief that you have to keep choosing it. You're allowed to close this chapter completely. Not angrily, not even necessarily with a dramatic goodbye. Sometimes the ending is quiet. Sometimes it's just you, one day, simply not going back to the same pattern anymore. Surrender what isn't yours to carry. There's real surrender energy coming through here, releasing what you've been carrying that was never actually yours to hold in the first place. If you've ever had that dream where you're back in school, unprepared for an exam, frustrated that you have to repeat something you already learned, picture yourself simply getting up and walking out of that classroom. You've already learned the lesson. You don't have to keep revisiting it. Give whatever's weighing on you to the divine. Stop holding grudges. Stop expecting anything from people who've shown you they can't give it. Let the divine handle what's not yours to fix. For some of you, this may even connect to your physical health, and if that's the case, please do continue working with your actual medical team alongside this spiritual release. I'm not a doctor, just a guide pointing you toward healing from every angle available to you. I want to add one more thing here, because surrender gets misunderstood sometimes as giving up. It's not that at all. Surrender means you stop trying to control the outcome of something that was never fully in your hands to begin with. You can still show up, still try, still care, while releasing your white-knuckle grip on exactly how and when it resolves. That grip, dear, is usually the heaviest part of what you've been carrying, heavier even than the situation itself. Your cup is about to be refilled. So much is about to follow this release. You've probably missed out on real opportunities while you were entangled in that heavier energy, and that's okay. That chapter is closing now. Once you stop waiting for people who were never going to fill your cup, once you stop pulling from something that was always empty, you open real doorways toward what you actually want. I don't know exactly what that big wish is for you. That's a different reading entirely, but I do know it's written. It could be peace, a genuinely safe home, a relationship where you're truly seen, success finally landing in your career. Whatever it is, you're about to catch it. And honestly, more than just one thing. You will not run out of options here. I keep getting this image of a cup that's been sitting, slightly cracked, slightly tilted, for a long time. So anything poured into it just kept leaking out before it could ever really fill you up. Part of what's happening in this current chapter isn't just refilling the cup, it's mending it first. So don't be discouraged if the abundance feels slow to arrive at first. The cup is being repaired before it's filled, and that groundwork matters just as much as what comes after it. So much is about to be unlocked for you. If you've been telling yourself you have to stay in that relationship, that job, that house, because you'll never find better, I need you to hear this clearly. That belief is the very energy trying to keep you stuck in a lower vibration. It's not the truth. There is so much more in store for you than you can currently see. I want to leave you with this final image before we close the book today. Picture a long hallway of doors, dear. Doors you didn't even know existed, because the one you've been standing in front of has taken up your entire field of vision for so long. The Akashic records don't just show me the door you're stuck at. They show me the hallway. And I promise you, it's longer and it's got more open doors in it than you currently believe. So, bringing this whole book back together, dear, your story really is already written. This heartache has a purpose. You are protected far beyond what you can feel right now. You're going to be removed from what's hurting you. The next full moon has real significance for you. This cycle is already ending. What isn't yours to carry can finally be surrendered. Your cup is being repaired and refilled, and so much more is waiting to be unlocked for you than you can currently imagine. I know today's reading went deep, and I don't take that lightly. Thank you for trusting me with this much of your energy today. If any of these 9 pieces landed for you, let me know which one hit hardest down in the comments. And if you felt that warmth I mentioned at the start, drop a moon emoji so I know it reached you too. I'm Emma, sending you so much love, so much light, and so much peace as your story continues to unfold exactly the way it was always meant to. Bye, dear.